Imagine one morning you check your mail, and nestled between a bill and a pizza coupon is an official-looking envelope. You open it. It's a court summons for assault. The date, time, and location are listed, but you have no memory of it. You were at home watching a movie. It has to be a mistake, right? A case of mistaken identity. You call the courthouse, your voice trembling slightly, trying to clear it up. They tell you the evidence is conclusive. There's CCTV footage. There are eyewitnesses. And they all point to you. This is the spiraling nightmare that our main character, let's call her Clara, finds herself in. Clara is an ordinary woman. She's a graphic designer, lives in a quiet apartment, has a cat named Jasper, and her biggest crime to date is probably forgetting to water her plants. So, this summons is more than just confusing, it's impossible. She spends days replaying that specific evening in her head. She remembers the movie, the popcorn she burned, the call with her sister. Every detail is sharp and clear. There's no room in her memory for a violent altercation in a downtown alley. She hires a lawyer, convinced this is just a bureaucratic mix-up. But then her lawyer shows her the security footage, and the world tilts on its axis. On the grainy screen is a woman who looks exactly like her. Same face, same haircut, same coat she bought last winter. The woman in the video is arguing with a man, her movements aggressive, her face contorted in a way Clara has never seen on herself. Then, she shoves him hard. He stumbles back, hits his head, and doesn't get up. The woman, her doppelganger, glances at the camera for a fleeting second before hurrying away. A chill runs down Clara's spine. It's her face, but the eyes. The eyes are cold, empty. They're not hers. The lawyer is sympathetic but practical. It looks bad, Clara, he says. The eyewitnesses are unshakable. They picked her out of a photo lineup without hesitation. Her alibi, being alone at home, it's the weakest one there is. Panic begins to set in, a thick, suffocating fog. How can you prove you didn't do something when the world has decided you did? Just as she's trying to process the impossible, another envelope arrives. This one is from a bank, a notice of fraudulent activity. A large sum of money has been withdrawn from an account she didn't even know she had, using a signature that is a perfect forgery of her own. The transaction happened in a city 200 miles away, on a day she was locked in a full-day workshop for her job. She has records, emails, dozens of colleagues who can vouch for her. But again, the bank has security footage. And again, it's her or someone who has stolen her face. Clara starts to question her own mind. Could she be sleepwalking? Developing a split personality. The stress is immense. She stops sleeping, jumping at every shadow, scrutinizing her own reflection in the mirror, searching for a hint of the stranger who wears her face. Her friends try to be supportive, but she sees the doubt in their eyes. They suggest she see a therapist, gently hinting that maybe the pressure of her life has caused some sort of break. The thought is terrifying. Is she losing her mind? Are there large chunks of her life that are simply gone? Erased? She starts documenting her every move. She takes pictures of herself with timestamps, keeps a detailed log of her activities, and leaves her phone's GPS on constantly. She needs to create an unshakable digital footprint, a fortress of alibis. But it feels like she's building a sand castle against a tsunami. Because the incidents keep happening. A hit-and run reported with her license plate number. A shoplifting accusation from a boutique she's never visited. Each time, there's evidence. Each time, it's her face on camera. This other her, this dark Clara, seems to be escalating, getting bolder. The crimes are becoming more serious. It feels personal, targeted. Like someone isn't just trying to frame her, but to completely dismantle her life, piece by piece. To erase the real Clara and replace her with this monstrous version. Her investigation becomes an obsession. She pores over the security footage, frame by agonizing frame. She starts noticing tiny details. A mole on the doppelganger's neck that Clara doesn't have. The way she walks, with a slight limp. Clara only developed after a minor car accident 2 years ago, an accident she never reported to anyone but her doctor. How could anyone know that the signature on the bank fraud, while a perfect match, was signed with the left hand? Clara is right-handed. These are small cracks in the facade, but they're enough. They prove she's not crazy. Someone is out there, meticulously and cruelly impersonating her. But who and why? The police are dismissive. For them, the simplest answer is the correct one. Clara is a liar, a criminal trying to evade justice. She's on her own. Clara decides to fight back. She can't prove her innocence, so she has to find the guilty party. She starts thinking not like a victim, but like a detective. Who would have the motive, the means, the sheer hatred to do this to her? She digs into her past, re-examining old friendships, past relationships, work rivalries. Was there someone she wronged without realizing it? Someone whose jealousy festered into a pathological need for revenge. Her search leads her down a rabbit hole of her own history. She uncovers forgotten emails, old social media profiles, and people she hadn't thought about in years. And then she finds it, a name, a woman from her university days, a roommate she barely remembered, a quiet, withdrawn girl who was always on the fringes, someone Clara had been vaguely kind to but ultimately forgot. Digging deeper, she discovers this woman had a history of identity theft and a genius-level talent for makeup and prosthetics. She had been institutionalized for a while after a severe breakdown, blaming Clara for some perceived social slight that ruined her life. Now, Clara has a target, but finding this phantom is another matter entirely. The woman has vanished, leaving no trace. It's like chasing a ghost who wears your face and is systematically destroying your life. Clara realizes this has become a battle for her very identity. She can't just clear her name, she has to reclaim her life. The final confrontation isn't going to be in a courtroom. It's going to be between her and her double. She has to lure this person out to force a confrontation where only one Clara can walk away. The plan she hatches is risky, bordering on reckless. She decides to commit a crime herself. A public, undeniable act, but one she controls completely. She leaks a fake plan to rob a specific jewelry store, planting clues that her doppelganger, obsessed with her every move, is sure to find. She knows her enemy is arrogant, convinced of her intellectual superiority. She's banking on the fact that the doppelganger won't be able to resist showing up, perhaps to watch Clara fail or even to one-up her. The night of the fake heist arrives. Clara is wired, her heart pounding a frantic rhythm against her ribs. She's in position, not at the jewelry store, but across the street, watching, waiting. The police, tipped off by her lawyer who is in on the plan, are also lying in wait. Minutes tick by. Then, she sees her, a figure in the shadows wearing her coat, her face. The doppelganger is there, just as she predicted. The trap is sprung. As the police move in, the two women lock eyes across the street. In that moment, Clara sees not just a criminal, but a twisted reflection of her own life, a terrifying what if. The story doesn't end neatly with an arrest. The capture of her tormentor is just the beginning of a new ordeal. Now, Clara has to prove the impossible, that the woman in custody is the one responsible for everything. She has to convince the world that the person who looks, sounds, and acts just like her is a fraud. It's a battle against perception, against the very nature of evidence, a fight to prove that you are who you say you are. Her sanity was the first casualty, but her fight for her identity is the war she must now win. What do you think? How would you prove your own existence if someone stole your face? Let me know your theories in the comments below. It's a terrifying thought experiment. If you enjoyed this deep dive into this psychological spiral, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that will make you question everything. Thanks for watching.